Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're new here and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. Let's get on with it. And welcome to Let's Fly VFR, everyone. And we're back in Palm Beach for a little bit of a fly. It's a beautiful day, no wind. And we're back in here in the Glassair Glassair. So I thought it was about time I gave Aviation a good plug for such a beautiful aeroplane. Isn't it great? The detail is there. Chief Engineer Harassanor, maybe that was the guy who produced it. But just an amazing plane. I'm having such a lot of fun with it. I'm just trying to get my graphics sorted, balanced out. We can see some little jaggies there, but I am getting nearly 50 FPS at the moment, so in the good weather, that is. So what are we doing here today? Today we're going to take it for a spin, but not just any old spin. We're going to do some spins in a range of the aircraft that I have in the hangar here, with the idea of just seeing how nasty they are. Spins kill so many people in aviation. It's one of the leading killers, it would seem. Let me just taxi out while we're getting ready. So, I was looked at a couple of videos and I was looking at some World War II training videos. Now, I'm a sucker for anything World War II and combat orientated. But one of the things that they spoke about there was the fact that more people were killed in training than were killed in combat. Isn't that an interesting bit of information, eh? And why were many of them killed? Well, there was some mid-air collisions, and there was some loss of controls at attitude and things like that that happened. But a very large majority of them were down to aircraft stalling and crashing on takeoff and landing. And even today, it seems to be quite an issue for okay, looks like my rudders have turned off again. You can see there's a fairly common issue with that. There we go. Alright, we'll turn back around. That's annoying. Wish I could fix it. Anyway, so a lot of people have been killed, and most of it is preventable. It really is preventable. It's just lack of awareness, primarily in your circuit, or just in a hurry to get yourself on the ground. If you've had a long flight and you're going, well, I don't really want to go around again, and you overshoot, you come around your pattern, and you find yourself on this side of the centerline wanting to come back and land towards us, and then you turn steep at low air speed and you apply a few G's to the aeroplane. You yank back on the stick, or you pull back on the stick, and the thing that changes that a lot of people forget is if you put some G's on an aeroplane, the stall speed goes up considerably. At the example they gave us was if you're just landing normally at 1G, you just cruising in quite comfortably is fine. But if you, and your stall speed is 80 knots, let's say, your stall speed at 4G is 120 knots. So there's going to be points on that scale around here for each amount of G that you put onto an aeroplane. So, we wouldn't be thinking of putting lots of G's on an aeroplane, but you roll an aircraft over to 60 degrees or 40 degrees and then pull back on the stick, you're not doing yourself any favors. And then if you add a little bit of rudder, and I've got the head plug-in, the head shake plug-in, so I look left and I look right, that adds adverse yaw to the situation, and that is deadly. And I've been playing with the Lancair a little, and I have already killed myself once, and not intentionally, thinking that I was alright, and I didn't make it. So let's go out. We'll do some out here, and we're going to swap through the different aircraft, and let's see how easy or hard it is to get ourselves into trouble. Well guys, we're up and ready. I have the sim paused for a moment. So, what are we? We're 4,000 feet. Essentially, we've just flown west out from the airport, just straight out. Going to have everything turned on, speed brakes and stuff away. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to do this in landing configuration, and then we're going to do it at power. We might do the power first since we're already here, and then we'll come back to exactly this position because I've saved the location, and then we'll do it in a stall. So let's do it. Ready? Okay, so we're full power. We're going to pull our nose up as if we're coming away from the airport, and we're distracted. We're probably a little bit high, but in the angle, but you get distracted. I've got full back stick. We've got a stall warning. It's already rocked. We've put the left rudder in, and there we are. We're spinning. It's pretty nasty, isn't it? So recovery, neutral, rudder, forward stick if need be, but not back, and gently pull back on the stick. I did rip off the flaps playing with this the other day, so we'll get some more height. So that was pretty quick, wasn't it? It didn't take a lot. And if we can get back up to 4,000, I'll put the nose forward a little. Where am I? Okay, suffering from a little bit of heated VRMs. Let's just trim out and level at 4,000. Bring the RPM back a little. Okay, let's try it in landing configuration. So we're in the white zone. We're going to go full flaps, do a little trim, and we're just over 4,000. So maybe just take note of how much height we lose in the spin. Ready? And okay, we're in an approach this time, and we're looking left and we're looking around, and the speed gets a little bit on the low side. We overshoot, so we decide we need to turn tighter, so we roll it over, and then we come around, and there's no rudder in that at all. So I've just rolled over, and we're around. So release the stick and pull back up. Ooh, we may have damaged something. Put the flaps away. There we go, get some control back. It just wants to keep rolling, and power back up. So let's head back up. We lost what? Wow, we were under 2,000 feet by the time we'd got our lives back in order there. So if you do it at 500 feet, you haven't got much chance, have you? Let's climb back up. And let's do it one more time with rudder input as well, because that rolled pretty well just on its own. So coming back up, as soon as we get to 4,000 feet, we're in the wide zone. Let's go full flaps again. It's wanting to roll. I wonder if I've damaged something already. I've got one there and I've got one there. Okay. There we are, rolling. So rudder neutral, stick neutral, pulling back, and need to get my rudders away. There we go, 500 feet. Okay, let's change planes. Well, here we are in the Stearman. Now, I haven't flown this aircraft at all, so this should be really interesting, and I have no experience in tail draggers. There's a few different techniques to taxiing and flying one of these and landing, so hopefully we won't hurt ourselves in the process. Let's have a quick look at the outside if you haven't played with this one. The old bird dog. Now, I understand from another video that I watched today that was about flying this aircraft that it's a little overpowered. He loaded it into Plane Maker and it showed it as having 180 horsepower or so, and the real aircraft's only got 80, so we'll be a little bit more gentle on the power side of things, otherwise we're going to get hurt. Okay, well, here we are in the Stearman. It's the Stearman. Have I got the name right? I think so. And let's see how this. So we're at 4,000 feet. This is a bit more like light sport flying. Let's see how we go. Okay, first one. Power on, so let's climb up, try and keep the ball centered, a little bit of right rudder, it just fell away, so that's pretty gentle, isn't it? So let's pull the nose up again. So we didn't really lose anything at all. Okay, I'm putting the flaps out since we're in the wide zone. I've got full right rudder. Okay, let's go left rudder and left. Oh, there we go. She went there. Let's pull out of that and the flaps away. So that was pretty docile. Okay, so you're not going to hurt yourself too badly, it seems, in this one. Right, let's head back home and grab another jet. Awesome. Now I think a jet. Let's have a go. Well, here we are in the Glassair, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take this one for again a spin, literally. I haven't done any tests in this one, so I thought firstly let's have a quick look at it and then I will see you up in the air. So here's the aircraft itself. It's really quite nice. Not quite to the same level, but I think it was produced by iPilot. I think it might have been the gentleman who did it. It's still a fantastic job. Now these you can actually build yourself and fly. I think you can buy a kit and get them. The awkward thing with this one is it's doesn't have a steerable nose wheel like many of the other ones, so it's all down to your rudder authority and a little bit of brake. So nice aeroplane. So let me get up to altitude and then we will give it a spin. Well, here we are in the Glassair. Let's see how we go here. We're just coming up to 4,000 feet. So we'll leave it at full power. And then we will, well, just be naughty. We'll just climb really steeply. Okay. Keeping it straight. Stall. Let's drop to right wing. Full back stick. That's pretty tame, really. That's good. I would say that's good. Just gently pulling out. Okay, so where are we? So we were down at about 3,000, so we lost about 1,000 feet there. Okay, let's go to landing configuration. So we're in the white zone, flaps out, and power back, and let's see where we go here. Just a nose drop. It's pretty tame, really, isn't it? It's not too bad at all. Not as nasty as the Glassair, is it? And we'll power back out there. Flaps, I'll fold those up. So that's pretty good. I was watching a video on a gentleman showing off the Glassair, and he said it was very sensitive. He flew it in with just his fingers, essentially. He said you couldn't be too ham-fisted, so it may be that the flight model here is not as sensitive as the real aircraft, but it's still a pleasure to fly, and it's really good. Okay, so, well, I hope you enjoyed that little spin around the sky. If you like what you saw, please feel free to subscribe, and I hope we see you again on Let's Fly VFR real soon. Bye bye.